This has been recently in news, especially in Hindu editorial. This research, there was an opinion column by two people. One was a PhD student and one was an assistant professor. So beautiful article has popped out very recently, 2 days back. So that is called climate smart agriculture. The concept of this smart agriculture is nothing but the word resilience. Resilience. What do you mean by resilience? Under tough situations, you make sure that you are standing strong and trying to avoid the bad situations, clear the bad situation and become better. The ability to withhold the stress and the strain, that is called resilience, not giving up. That's the way of nature. So here the problem is agriculture with respect to climate change. Because end of the day, our models and technologies and the techniques that we use should be able to sustain agriculture. Because if agriculture is gone, we are gone. Therefore, to make sure that agriculture is sustaining and agriculture should be resilient with respect to the huge bad climate changes which are happening, the concept of climate smart agriculture is very much required. So what is this? How is this? Why is this? We'll discuss about it. So coming to the first, the what part, it is a strategy for managing farmlands, crops, livestock and forest to increase their productivity fundamentally. And one is to increase the productivity and one to counter the negatives of climate change. Understand? You know that a lot of climate changes happen, greenhouse gases, warmer climate, agriculture ke liye bad. Floods, other major climatic calamities, bad for agriculture, means indirectly hitting the food security. So thinking in that directions, our technologies are still far old. You should become new with newer technologies. We should be able to build things in such a way that even if there is a heavy climate change and even if the effect is bad, our agriculture should still continue with lot of profits. That is the essence of climate smart and majorly for sustainable development. That is the best part. So what is it all about? It is for this purpose. Now, what are the objectivity? To increase the productivity, both crop productivity, livestock increase karne ke liye, and farm productivity should also increase. That is a point. So, other major feature of this is the objective of the climate smart agriculture is those smart agricultural practices should be able to adapt and protect itself from a calamity. Bad calamity does not mean you go away or you run away. Our agriculture system and pattern should be in such a way that it should be able to counter the bad change and still the productivity is maintained. And next, mitigate. Mitigate fundamentally means to reduce. What you have to reduce? The greenhouse gas, because greenhouse gases always reduce the agriculture productivity. So making sure greenhouse gases are controlled. That is the major purpose. Why? Moving on, why would we require that? Now as the greenhouse gases increase, that means the climate will become warmer. If the climate is becoming warmer, the problem is droughts. If there is drought, that means there is no water supply, which will lead to famine. That means no food supply, which will lead to death. Now, that is a problem. So drought means there is crop yield decrease and other climatic effects like flash floods, cyclones, etc. This is also there regularly which are happening. It is not a India level problem, it is a world level problem. India is a part of the world, therefore we are also facing such kind of problems and we should be able to come out with lot of better solutions. That is the idea behind it. For India, the problem is population explosion. We have to keep supplying food for all the people. Population is increasing so much and with drought conditions, the recent statistics said that because of these situations, the productivity has actually reduced by 9%. This value is very important. That means instead of 100 units of production, now it is able to produce only 91 units of food material or resources. But the population has moved by another 20%. That means 100 has become 120, but the food has become only 91. So that is a major problem. Because of population explosion, there is a problem. and greenhouse gas, food insecurity it will lead to. And this is the most important point, useful for your prelims. Paris Agreement on greenhouse gas emission, this quota we are crossing. So you have to make sure that since we are a signatory of it, we have to make sure that the greenhouse gas emission has been reduced. Therefore, that is the essence of this. And already what is India doing about it? Please have a glance at all these things. Useful for your mains as well as prelims. Mention these names. Usually they don't ask any questions on a particular this one, but it is better if you know about each scheme very nicely. So I'll just read out the schemes. National Innovation on Climate Resilient, and this is with Indian Council of Agriculture Research. They are doing this. Next, action plan. Totally 8 national missions are involved into this national plan, action plan on climate change. Then soil health mission. The highlight point is the health cards, health card of the soil. Next, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchaya Yojana. It is for water efficiency. And Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. This is with respect to organic farming. And Climate Smart Village. This is the future. And finally, something called Biotech Kisan. This is actually brought long back, but majorly these are the supporting programs of climate smart agriculture.